What's up, everybody? It's Young Cure, and welcome to a Fallout 4 news update. The following information comes from Bethesda.net, where Bethesda posted an article basically detailing a ton of information regarding the release of Fallout 4, particularly the PC system requirements. So let's take a look at the article here. It says, "Prepare for the future, Fallout 4 important release info." We're almost there, it's just over a month. The wait for Fallout 4 ends, and you can finally explore its densely populated wasteland on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC. Until then, Vault-Tec was kind enough to provide us with some handy information to ready you for launch. PC systems requirements: requires internet connection and free Steam account to activate. Minimum: Windows 7, 8, 10, 64-bit OS required. Intel Core i5 2300 2.8 GHz AMD Phenom 2 X4 945 3.0 GHz or equivalent, 8 GB of RAM, 30 GB free HDD space, and NVIDIA GTX 550 Ti 2 GB, AMD Radeon HD 7870 2 GB or equivalent. And then we have the recommended specs, which are Windows 7, 8, 10, 64-bit OS required. Again, then we have Intel Core i7 4790 3.6 GHz, as well as AMD FX 9590 4.7 GHz or equivalent, 8 GB of RAM, 30 GB of HDD space, NVIDIA GTX 783 GB, AMD Radeon R9 290X 4 GB or equivalent. So yeah, these are relatively high-end specs, especially coming from Bethesda Softworks, who usually have games that are not as high spec as some of the other games out there, and these seem definitely a little more high-tech than I personally expected, but they're not also that bad. I mean, I think the biggest factor here is things like the processor and the RAM. This game seems to require quite a bit of that to process sort of the entire open world. Truly, the biggest deal, the most important components are the CPU and the RAM, and that sort of isn't very unexpected for a game like Fallout 4, which is open world and requires things to be loaded very quickly. I mean, nothing terribly unexpected here. I think most people should be able to handle Fallout 4 in this modern day and age where graphics cards aren't really that expensive. It's just a matter of getting a decent CPU and having your computer have some decent amount of RAM. So anyway, moving down, we have console storage space. Make sure you have enough space in the vault to store Fallout 4. Fallout 4 requires 28 to 35 gigabytes depending on territory and languages supported. For the North American release of Fallout 4 on Xbox One, it was revealed recently that it takes up 28.12 gigabytes. So it's somewhere along those lines, and of course, depending on how many languages are included within the game, that'll really increase the amount of space required because audio files can take up a huge chunk of those gigabytes, and once you start adding a bunch of languages and, with the number of lines that Fallout 4 has, due to its immense story, then yeah, I can definitely see how the game can go into the 35 gigabyte range. Release time. Want to know exactly when you can start playing Fallout 4? Digitally, the game will become available on November 10th, 2015 at 12:01 a.m. local time in all territories. In North America, the unlock time will be 12:01 a.m. Eastern, except Asia, available at 12 a.m. on Wednesday, November 11th, and Japan, available at 12 a.m. on Thursday, December 17th. So it looks like Bethesda is really trying to go for a worldwide release, which is nice, because I know the internet can be a dark place full of spoilers, and this should sort of alleviate that, allow people to play the game all at once, not one territory having an advantage over another, at least the major territories. Next up, we have what languages does Fallout 4 support? In North America, Fallout 4 supports English, French voice text. In South America, Fallout 4 supports English voice text as well as BRPT and Latin American Spanish text. In the United Kingdom and Australia and New Zealand, Fallout 4 supports English voice text only. In most European territories, Fallout 4 supports English, French, Italian, German, Spanish voice text. Wow, that's pretty impressive. In Russia and Poland, Fallout 4 supports English voice text and Polish-Russian text. In Asia, Fallout 4 supports English voice text and English voice traditional Chinese text. In Japan, Fallout 4 supports Japanese voice and text. Wow, not bad at all. I mean, they are covering a lot of territories, both with voice and text, mostly text, but I'm surprised by all the different voices that this game will be supporting, considering just how many lines this game has, just thousands and thousands of lines. And then we have a little note here down below that says, on consoles, you may need to adjust the system level language settings to gain access to additional languages. So then we have sort of a FAQ, a frequently asked questions section here, starting with, does Fallout 4 have gamepad support on PC? The answer to that is Fallout 4 has plug-and-play compatibility with both the Xbox One and Xbox 360 controllers. Alternate controller options may require additional user adjustments. Then we have, does Fallout 4 support Steam achievements? Yes. What platforms and phones support the Fallout 4 Pip-Boy app? The Fallout 4 Pip-Boy app is usable in tandem with Fallout 4 on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC. The app is supported on iOS, Android, and Windows Phone devices. When will the Pip-Boy app become available? It will become available for the launch of Fallout 4 on November 10th. What phones will fit in the Pip-Boy Edition Pip-Boy? The Pip-Boy included will have foam inserts that fit the iPhone 6 6S, iPhone 5 5S, iPhone 4 4S, Samsung Galaxy S5, Samsung Galaxy S4, and Samsung Galaxy S3. In addition, using the customizable foam insert, you should be able to fit most other popular smartphone devices. As you wanted to stay faithful to the dimensions of the in-game model, any smartphones larger than the models listed will not fit inside the wearable device, but can still use the Pip-Boy app. Well, it looks like I won't be able to use my Galaxy Note 5, which is unfortunate, but understandable. Then we have, what is the latest update on the Creation Kit, modding, downloadable content, and Season Pass? For the latest information, please read our most recent update posted on Bethesda.net. Yeah, they actually did talk a bit about that. Basically, they've said that they're working hard on the game right now. They haven't focused on what kind of DLC or expansions this game will have. Right now, they're just focused on the game, and then the stuff regarding the Creation Kit and modding, that's gonna roll out after the game is out. And then there's the Season Pass information, which I believe costs, what was it, $30? And basically, they're promising that if you get the Season Pass, you will get your money's worth, that they will release enough DLCs that it'll make Season Pass worth it. That's the promise, but whether they deliver or not, of course, we'll have to wait and see. Next up is there a pre-order bonus? Everyone who pre-orders a physical copy of the regular or Pip-Boy edition of the game will receive a perk poster with your copy of the game. Digital pre-order bonuses vary by retailer. Check with your retailer for more info. Last but not least, we have where else can I learn about Fallout 4? We got the official website, Bethesda.net, their Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, so that stuff you can go check out for yourself. And that pretty much concludes all the new information that came out of Bethesda.net today. Thank you for tuning in. Let us know in the comments below what you think about the PC specs if you are going to be playing this game on PC. I know that a lot of people will want to because of the modding capabilities, and while I'm sure the console's modding will be great, let's face it, the PC will still have an advantage in that region because of the expandability of the hardware. They can sort of get better hardware if certain mods need better hardware. For example, graphics mods are something that may not work very well on consoles because of their nature. They're graphics mods. They need high-level hardware, and the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One have sort of a static set hardware, which is not the case for PC. But that doesn't mean that consoles will not get cool mods. As long as they're not graphics mods, just about everything else is a go with console modding for Fallout 4. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. Let us know in the comments below your thoughts about the PC specs. Let us know if you can run the game, if you'll be upgrading your hardware for this game. And to be further updated on Fallout 4, stay tuned right here on Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Young out.